Today is Tuesday, Parashat Devarim. Parashat Devarim begins the fifth book of the Torah. This is when Moshe Rabbenu spoke for 5 weeks, basically, giving us the whole fifth book of the Torah. Ele Devarim Asher Diber Moshe. These are the words that Moshe spoke. And it says here that it was on the first day of the 11th month, Be'ashtei Asar Chodesh, Be'echad LaChodesh. And he spoke all the way until the final day, which was the 7th day of Adar. So that's for 5 weeks. Today is the Hilulah of the Ari HaKadosh. Ari HaKadosh was Rabbi Yitzchak ben Shlomo Luria Ashkenazi. He's buried in Tzfat. There's a mikveh there. There is a very famous mikveh called Mikveh Ari HaKadosh. And according to the Ari HaKadosh, as is brought by his disciple Rabbi Chaim Vital, that Moshe Rabbenu is actually a Gilgul of Noach. Noach, who was the person that was saved in the flood, the great flood in the Mabul. In the Haftarah, one of the Haftarah says, Mei Noach, the waters of Noach. What is it called, the waters of Noach? Because Noach did not plead on behalf of the people of this generation for Hashem to forgive them, just like Abraham did. When Sodom and Amorah were going to be destroyed, Hashem said maybe there are righteous people there, etc. Noach also did not do so much speaking to the people of this generation to try to bring them to do teshuvah. So we see that according to the Ari HaKadosh, Moshe Rabbenu is a Gilgul of Noach that came and was metaken. He was able to fix those aspects that Noach was lacking. If at the beginning of his career, Moshe Rabbenu said that he was not a man of words, that's when Hashem wanted to send him to be the leader of Am Yisrael. Moshe said, hey, he's not a man of words. How could he be done? How could he be the leader? But we see here at the end of his life, Ele Devarim Asher Diber Moshe. These are the words that Moshe spoke. He spoke for and gave us the whole fifth book of the Torah. We see also that the same way that Noach was in a teva, in a kind of a floating structure that saved him in the great flood, Moshe Rabbenu was also in a teva. Same word is used. In a teva, in a kind of a basket that saved him in the Nile when the daughter of Paro retrieved him from there and took him to the palace. And actually his mother, which was Yocheved, is the one that was nursing him. But we see these similarities, the teva and the teva, the waters and the waters, the water of the Nile, the water of the great flood. Noach, who was reproached for not speaking to the people of their generation or for not pleading. Moshe begins his career by saying he's not a man of words. But we see that he was metaken. Moshe Rabbenu was the leader par excellence who was able at every turn and every point to plead on behalf of the Jewish people for Hashem to forgive them. He's the one that in this book of Mishneh Torah gives musar to Am Yisrael, how they should act, how they should behave. And we see here like in the spirit of a Gilgul that is metaken something, that is fixing something that was not in the previous sort of life. Then that's Moshe Rabbenu, according to the Ari, who's his Hilulah today, comes and fixes and becomes the person that spoke on behalf of the Jewish people, spoke to the Jewish people, bringing us the Torah. And the book of Devarim is a book that is in many ways a repetition of some of what happened in the earlier books of the Torah. And it will conclude with Zot HaBeracha, with a beautiful blessing that Moshe Rabbenu gives to Am Yisrael at the end of his days. And the blessing that we read in the parasha, the conclusion of the whole Torah, when we finish it in Simchat Torah, when we finish the whole Torah and begin again with the Bereshit. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.